Good afternoon, welcome to the Bug Report. My name is Angelic Prime, bringing you here with some gaming news and comment. On today's show, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 quietly announces its new map pack. Well, I say leaked. Boss of Avalanche, Christopher Sundberg, claims most games don't offer enough replayability, and that's why they keep getting traded in. And we'll have a bunch of stuff about Pokémon X and Y. Right, so first off, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 have had the new map pack leaked. It'll be titled Vengeance. It'll feature the standard new 4 maps and another zombie map and a new ray gun for zombies. That'll be fun, because who doesn't love that ray gun? The artwork shows that 4 the new maps will be called Cove, Rush, Uplink, and Detour, and that the new map pack and that the new zombie map will be called Buried. And, well, yes, you have the new ray gun. Well, there's not much you can say. It was just a leaked, those weird displays they have in GameStop. And, well, it's more map packs. There's going to be another one after this, because there was 4 map packs. This is the third. The first 2 were... I can't remember the name of the first one, actually. I began with R, I know that much. Oh, sorry, my bad. But yes, there'll be more maps for you if any of you play zombies or Call of Duty like crazy. So hey, have fun. I have the season pass, so I'm going to be playing them. And now on to the next thing. The boss of Avalanche, the creators of Just Cause 2 and Mad Max, have announced, well, not announced, the head of the company, Christopher Sundberg, claims that most games get traded in due to lack of replayability or that the game itself is too short. And, well, it's nice to see a developer coming out in favour of stuff like used games, because the constant thing of, people just hand their games off to their friends for free is a bit silly and doesn't actually happen. As well, it's true. I actually don't trade in games myself. Even when I used to play primarily on console, I just liked keeping my games because I like having a big collection, because I'm a moron. Well, I hope that publishers and Microsoft tend to listen to this, because I think forcing DRM onto gamers is a ridiculous notion, especially console games. On PC it makes sense because piracy is rife, and, well, we have Steam, and we have massive sales, which you guys on consoles don't get, so why should you guys suffer while we get nice deals? And DRM, and Diablo 3, constantly online, with a ping, in single player games. Oh well, they may fix it, I don't think they will. And their auction house is bugged to hell, especially when people start duplicating gold. Yeah. Anyways, on to Pokemon X and Y. Right, I'm kind of going off basically what they showed off at the roundtable here last week at E3, and this is good for anyone who hasn't discovered Cerebi. If you're a Pokemon fan and don't know what Cerebi is, then shame on you. The game will feature a new system called PSS. I don't know what that stands for. Pokemon Social System. Who knows? Basically, it's similar to what the Seeker does, apart from it's more in depth. It features more information on your friends, including their portraits, because Pokemon X and Y have finally introduced customizable characters. It's only taken you 16 years. Also, people that you've met, they dub them acquaintances. So, say, oh, I've met this guy once, he seems nice, I'm going to put him as an acquaintance and may add him as a friend later on. They also have a thing called Passerby, which is basically, anyone who knows of Street Pass, that's basically all it does. You just walk past people and it grabs their information. It's basically to make the games more social without you having to carry around a 3DS in your hands with their flimsy screens and their flimsy console. They've updated the camera in battles. Basically, it moves around and stuff like that. More like if you remember in any of the animes or whatever, well, any Japanese anime where they have like the 2 characters with a line going down the middle to simulate the whole, they're facing off against each other thing. It does that in the battles now. Obviously, characters tend to move around a bit more. In fact, I think they react to damage. I could be wrong. And, well, the battle system is one thing that's been needing an overhaul since Diamond and Pearl. And it's finally good to see finally get a graphics overhaul and just generally look more realistic. You will also... but there's also a stadium environment now, which has been been a long time coming, and I've wanted one for so long. Um, Also, when you're at home and you're on your Wi-Fi, you can stay connected to your Wi-Fi constantly, so you don't have to sort of reconnect every time you ever want to do anything online, which has been one of my biggest gripes in Pokemon Black and White. So they finally fixed that. You don't have to sit there and wait 10 minutes for your Wii U 3DS to connect, so you can do battles online or trade online or mess around on the camera. I dread to think what people are going to do with that. Also in a new feature, there are horde encounters, where basically you can fight 5 Pokemon at once in the wild, instead of just the one-on-one things. It's a good thing because it means you can get, if you're trying to breed or whatever, you can capture all of the same Pokemon, or you can get experience like complete crazy. Obviously, it may become a bit of a problem if you have a Pokemon that can only attack one Pokemon each time. That'll do your head in, I'm sure, because you'll probably end up dying repeatedly. But on the bright side, if you're gonna do like XP share or whatever, it's great because you just do Earthquake on electric type Pokemon and just end them all. And finally, there are Sky Battles. So, do you remember those episodes of Pokemon where Ash, particularly at flying gyms, would throw his flying Pokemon and they'd fly up in midair and bump into each other and hit each other repeatedly until one of them fell off? I say fell down. Well, it's being finally added into the game, although probably way more static. But the camera moves around, like complete 3D, like underneath, above, left and right. And the Pokemon will actually, with like Aerial Ace, which is a move where the Pokemon drops down near the ground and flies. Basically, it's meant to be like they use the it's something to do with like the way they arc, and it makes them move faster and do shadows of damage. They actually do that now, as opposed to just doing a little animation. And that's really cool, and I really like that. And these battles will only be done by Pokemon that know Levitate, so Haunter, Gengar, Electric, I think is its name. It's like a little worm thing that from Pokemon Black and White, which also knows Levitate, but you wouldn't think it. Gyarados, Pokemon like that. Basically, any Pokemon that knows Levitate or Flying types. So it's going to limit the battle strategy a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see where they're going to go with it. I want to see them do more with it, and see if it's not just a flying version of a normal battle. But hey, you never know. Hopefully they'll do some really awesome stuff with it. And that is all the news today. I want to apologise twice for yesterday. For one, the bug report itself was ridiculously fumbled. I've never messed it up like that before. This is my third show, so it's kind of a 50-50 chance what I'm going to do with them now. You know, if I'm going to fumble them, then it's more likely to, you get my point. Also, apologise again for the show. The discussion was supposed to be on yesterday. My internet decided to take a massive dump and would not stay streaming for longer than 10 seconds. It was ridiculous. The Skype was lagging. Diablo 3 was doing what it normally does, which is lag. Hopefully, we're going to try and do it again soon. I haven't set a final date yet, but it will be done. We will finally have the E3 discussion. And also, please remember we do have a Tetris tournament coming up. It starts tomorrow. You can join as the tournament's going along. It's a massive week-long thing, so please feel free to join whenever you want. As long as you give us raw print screens of your screen, with the start menu, start bar and stuff. You don't have to show up any of your conversations or anything. It's just a stream of the score. And the top 5 people will all get a beta key for a upcoming MMO called Elsword. The beta starts on July the 3rd. And I don't know too much about it. I heard it's a bit like Maple Stories. There's going to be cutie anime graphics, and it sounds like it will be a lot of fun. That is all my news today. Thank you very much for listening. Stay strong, stay well, rock on, stay beautiful, whatever you want to use these days. And I will see you tomorrow with more news.